Now let's take a look at the shark's circulatory system. So your assignments, right, for the shark's circulatory system are exploring the two-chambered heart, the kind of pre-chamber that is going to deliver the various flows of deoxygenated blood to the two-chambered heart. The fact that the two-chambered heart is just a single pump, not a double pump like in the fetal pig, okay? And then circulation from the heart to the gills, and then where the blood would be oxygenated, and then away from the gills, taking it out to the body, just a single vessel here in your assignment, okay? But then also, just like with the fetal pig, exploring, really reinforcing the fact that blood isn't going to go directly from the dorsal aorta to the vena cava or its homologue, not from the gut anyway. From the gut, it's going to go through the liver. And so we're going to have a look at the hepatic portal vein. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to start here with the structures of the heart and structures feeding the heart. Okay, so let's have a look. So over here in our male shark, the ventral body wall has been cut away to expose the heart. So our two chambers of the heart are the strongly pulsatile ventricle. That's really kind of the workhorse. Just one, and it looks like two atria, but it's just one. Imagine like kind of this floppy sac, okay, that's wide enough that with the ventricle and this blood vessel on top of it, it looks like you can see two sides, but it really is just one. So that's the atrium, which is dorsal to the ventral ventricle. That's a good way to remember that, huh? Okay, and again, to make sure that we're oriented where we are based on structures we already know, okay, we can see the liver here, okay, and then if I lift up this bit of body wall, okay, we can see the transverse septum is immediately on the other side of the heart. The heart seems to be just kind of laying on that. And you can also see, you may be able to see some really, really dark structures on either side above the liver, and those are actually some major blood pooling structures from the posterior body and the liver that are going to be leading to the pooling structure that is going to be anterior to the transverse septum, and that's this guy, the sinus venosus. So by the time blood reaches the sinus venosus, it's mingled with blood from all over the body, from the brain, from the pectoral fins, and from the entire body posterior to the pectoral fins. Sinus venosus. From the sinus venosus, it goes to the atrium. From the atrium, it goes to, it's weakly pulsatile, right? So it's going to pulse into the ventricle, and that the ventricle gives a big, strong push, right, out this blood vessel. Now, the kind of proximal part of this blood vessel, okay, the more posterior part, this area right here, is actually pulsatile in its own right, and it's called the Conus Arteriosus, or the bulbous arteriosus.